for you having a role that was only supposed to be 2 lines, and being in this business as long as you have, what do you see from today now on this role that you're playing as this very quiet, sinister guy?
What do I see, and as far as what's going to happen?
How it's going to develop?
Oh my God, have you seen the development
Yeah.
in second season? It's just been incredible, you know?
There's a much darker story, it looks like.
It looks like, but there's a humanness to him, the second season, that I thought it would never happen, you know? I mean, my biggest worry was not to be a stereotype. That was my big fear, was don't be the bad guy stereotype on TV, because we hate that. We don't want that. We want to humanize him. We want to find his human qualities. And like I said, they don't give us the scripts ahead of time. So basically you have to read that script and find those little pieces, those little characteristics. What do we do? What do we take from this and add to this mix? And this year, I found so much of the man, of a real person, of a real man. I'm telling you, you're gonna see stuff on Fausto this year that you're gonna go, what?
Well, even in last season, I think there was a glimmer of him, his own little struggle of good and bad.
Yeah, there was a little bit of it, you know? I mean, here's the thing. Everybody called him the devil last year. And I don't see me as the devil. Okay, I do stuff that I have to do. I kill people, I do what I have to do because that's my business. This is what I do. This is not a joke to me. This is my business. This is how I handle my business, you know? And last year, when I gave the $1 million for the girl, Michael says, oh, you're just giving the $1 million because you want, you know, to still bring your drugs in. And it's like, no, that's part of it. But I also don't like the fact that I know nobody's going to give $1 million in El Paso for this character. So why can't I be both? Why does it have to be just that I want my drugs to get through? I want, you know, the way that I saw him was that he gets mad. He gets mad that he knows nobody's going to give $1 million for this girl's life. Nobody cares about that money, you know? There was a moment last year, and I'll tell you which is where I finally found his humanity. And it was a real simple moment, because like I said, he terrified me at first. But I knew that I'm the power in the room. I'm the power. Everywhere I go, I'm the power. But there was a moment last year where Michael brings back the $1 million and he gives the money back to Fausto in his house by the fireplace. Fausto takes $10,000, throws it in the fireplace. He doesn't care, he just burns a stack of money. But everybody leaves and the scene finishes. And what the director did was he had one of the extras close a gate in the living room. And I didn't see that until I watched it on TV. And all of a sudden I watched it on TV, and all of a sudden at the end of the scene, somebody closes a gate in the living room. And I thought, wow, in your own living room, you need protection. So what do you have? I've got $400 billion. I'm worth $400 billion. I wear a $4 hat. But where can I go? Where can I go? I can't go anywhere. I'm a prisoner. In my own house, I'm a prisoner. And that first glimpse of that, when I realized that even in your own living room, guess what, buddy?
You in prison.
You're in prison. You ain't going nowhere. You're the caged bird, man. You ain't going nowhere. And that was my first. I like gardening. La jardinería me gusta mucho. I play so many bad guys that I need a good hobby.
A nice outlet.
A nice outlet. I go, ay, que me gustan las flores y las rosas, que eso, que aquello. Y quedé enamorado con las gardenias. Compré una gardenia. And you know the smell of gardenia, right? Y estaba enamorado de las gardenias. Y pensé un día, estaba en mi jardín, y pensé, oye, ¿por qué es que me gusta tanto el olor a la gardenia? Y no entendía. Y yo con la gardenia y la gardenia y la gardenia. Y entonces me acordé que la gardenia es la flor que usan en los funerarias para cubrir el olor del muerto. Y yo había ido a muchas funerales cuando niño en el sur del Bronx y conocía el olor de la gardenia por los funerales que vi y que fui cuando era niño. Entonces, qué triste que un hombre haga una conexión a una flor por muerte, porque no fue por vida, fue por muerte.
I have a question in English. How was it working with the Bichir brothers? ¿Cómo es la relación? How is the relationship on the set? I wanna know. I mean,
Here's
the
the
dynamics.
thing.
You work briefly with.
The Bichir brothers are amazing actors, okay? So that you have to bring your A game. You have to. My life from April to August is Fausto Galvan. He's the most collaborative role that I've ever done. Fausto is not credited to Ramon Franco. Like I said, his voice is Demian's, his words are Elwood's. Juan Carlos Cantu, the captain, helps me with my words and my pronunciation. My Obregón, Daniel Mora, he helps me with words and pronunciations. Everybody helps to contribute to the creation of this character. When I get to work in the morning, I don't shake hands and say hello. To my crew, we hug. We hug. That never happens. You usually go to work and, good morning, how are you? You give hands. But in this show, no. In this show, you get to work and you get a hug. Because we know that we have something special. We know that.
You mentioned that a lot of the roles you play are bad guys, and the good thing about this show, about this character, and it's a really, really good character, that it has two sides to him. Do you get tired of getting stereotyped into playing the bad guy?
No, because you know what happened? Here's what happened. I did a show in the 80s called Tour of Duty. That was a show about Vietnam. It was the first show on TV about the Vietnam War, right? Mm-hmm. Well, all throughout my life, I had been a Boy Scout, a cadet. I had been to camp. I had worn the uniforms. I had always been in the jungle. So when Tour of Duty came into my life in the 80s, I was completely comfortable with uniforms and the jungle because I was a Boy Scout, I was a cadet. I had been there. I felt that world. Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that I realized with Fausto was that every single bad guy that I had played in the last 30 years was the foundation for Fausto. See what I'm saying? I wasn't going to be just, here's a bad guy. No, he's the ultimate bad guy. So what happened? What happened was that as an actor, then I have to take all those roles that I had played for 30 years and bring them together to create Fausto. I've got this major power, but the major power also comes from the fact that he's really pissed off about what they've done to his people. Don't think that he doesn't know. He gave the $1 million for the girl, but he knows about everybody that died in that desert. Todas las personas que han perdido su vida, todo niño, toda mujer, todo hombre que han perdido su vida en los últimos 20 años. Él sabe de eso